Hey there, my name is Angela Raspis, and I'm a self leadership coach and mentor. And I'm here today with another self leadership snippet to share with you. Now, today I want to talk to you about cultivating vitality. Now, what is vitality and why is it important? Really, it is the amount of energy that you have to invest in your life and to bring your goals to fruition. Now, it underpins the entire self leadership framework because it doesn't matter how well you know yourself, how good your intentions are, how flexible you're thinking, how heightened your emotional intelligence, how big your goals. If you don't have the vitality to actually fuel yourself, it all turns to cactus. So, what we want to talk about today is the way in which you can actually check in with the levels of vitality in different areas and see whether or not you need to stage an intervention on yourself. So, there is a four-step process when it comes to looking at and changing your levels of vitality. But before we look at that, let's visit why is it so important beyond the obvious. Well, many studies have shown us that when you are feeling energized and vital, both physically and mentally, then your ability to problem solve is greatly enhanced. Your sense of resilience, of being able to manage the changes that and curveballs that the world throws at us, is much better. You'll also find that your ability to make decisions is enhanced. And because self leadership is all about defining, developing, and moving towards the right goals for you, clear decision making is incredibly important. Now, it goes without saying that if you are feeling more vital and vibrant and energized, your motivation levels are going to be higher. And that also means your confidence will be increased. So, all of those pieces tell you that it's a really good idea to increase your vitality. So, what I would suggest that you do, an exercise that we did on the self leadership sessions this morning, was to make a continuum. Now, we've got them in, or we started with them in four areas. We looked at your physical health, your mindset, your sense of enthusiasm and energy, and your overall feeling of being on purpose and as though what you're doing has meaning. We ranked that from 0 to 10 in each one of these areas. And a couple of the girls threw in a couple of other concepts. One was, well, what's the vitality around your finances, and what's your vitality levels around your sense of fun? So there may be other ones or continuums that you'd like to add into that mix as well. So rank yourself from 0 to 10. Now, this is contextual. It's important to do this not just as a snapshot of today, but do it over time. Maybe check in with yourself, say 3 times a week, and then look back over 2 or 3 weeks and see what's your average. Is there a lag in some areas and a lift in others? And then what will you do to change that? It's really important to recognize that vitality is a personal recipe. What it is that vitalizes me might be very different from you. So it's important that you spend some time looking at this. So those four steps, they all start with C, makes it nice and easy to remember them. In the first case, we want you to consider, where are you on those continuums? Then we want you to choose which of the activities will I start doing or stop doing to raise my vitality levels in that area. The third step is to commit. This can't be a one-off thing. We don't want to burst of vitality this afternoon and then half dead next week. So committing to those activities and rituals and patterns and routines that actually do lift your vitality over time. And the last step is to cultivate. This is about it being a dynamic practice, not just to tick that box, it's done, but to check in with yourself over time and see how can I make changes as my situation changes. So those are the four areas again. We want you to consider, where are your levels of vitality in some of those different areas? What will you choose to do differently to lift those levels? How are you going to commit to make sure this happens? And then cultivation over time. What will I keep doing, stop doing, change, introduce, etc. Remember that vitality is a personal recipe for you. So what works for you doesn't have to work for everybody else. So this has been a self-leadership snippet all about vitality and the way that it fuels everything that you do in your work and your life. If you found this useful, then come along to the self-leadership sessions. When you visit my website, angelaraspis.com.au, you'll see the link under events. We'd love to have you at these to find out what's working for you and to share more of the strategies, tools, and techniques that can lift your self-leadership and boost your results in work work, in your business, and in life. Have a lovely day, and I'll be back again with another self leadership snippet very soon. Take care.